I almost feel like a stand-up comic, given the materials that I'm going to share with you. Just to cool me down a bit, how many VCs in the room? Ooh, cool. So I am fully on the side of the startups tonight. How many founders in the house? Perfect. Great. It's the perfect mix that I was expecting. So maybe let's kick it off. Oh, wrong direction. Right. So what can a VC bring to the table? Any shout outs? What do you think a VC, a venture capitalist, brings to your table? Bingo! Anything else? Anyone else? Sorry? Network. And? Expertise. And? All right, you did half my talk. Sorry? Mentorship. Interesting. So you did half my talk for me. Thank you very much. But let's talk a little bit about why is it that, as I said in my LinkedIn post, why is it that we are struggling to close deals in this tough fundraising environment? Part of it is because a lot of people really do think that this is all VCs are about. And so when we speak to them, this is all that they're expecting from us. And I kid you not, in my new job, we have turned down a lot of deals because we felt like we are not bringing any value to the company beyond just capital. So when you go out to your VCs next time, make sure you're looking for these things. Make sure, of course, they're not going to be experts in your field or in your domain. They're not going to know your technology better than you at all. But what they are going to know is how your competition is doing. What they are going to know is what business models have your competitions tried and succeeded with or failed because of. And what they are going to know is how much money your competition is making compared to you. And that is important and useful information for you to have. And you can actually trade that information for all the training. And I'm not joking. You guys, with your startups, train a lot of VCs for the knowledge and the expertise that they have. So when you are going out there and telling your VCs all about the amazing technologies, the ship cleaning robots and the waste management, ask them in return about how your competition in the market is doing. It is something that they'd be very happy to talk to you about. Sorry, I'm just a bit jittery. The network, yes, somebody shouted out network. Network is not just about, okay, who do they know and who they can get you to know. These guys, or VCs like us, can really help you find your next CFO, your CTO, your COO when you're growing your team from just a 3-man group to a team of 50, 100, and maybe thousands of people, because eventually it's you guys that have to replace the billion-dollar making companies in the market today, and they are going to be able to bring you the team that can make that happen. The next thing is time. What do I mean by time? How many of the VCs in the room actually spend a day per week on their portfolio companies or doing the work for their portfolio companies? Not too many. Well, 2 of you. Thank you. But a lot of the time, this is because you don't ask and you don't take the founders, don't take your VCs as your extended team that you don't have to pay for. A VC only succeeds if the company they have invested in succeeds. So it is in their benefit to help you, to give you time to do some jobs that you really don't enjoy doing. For example, going out to networking events and making network on your behalf. It is something you can really hand over to them. So make sure you use them for that matter. And of course, more capital, but this time not their own. This time they can really help you, once invested in your company, to bring capital from somebody else for the next fundraising round that can help you grow faster. So with that, okay, now, that is my team, and that is what we do. But this is just to show you that every VC that you meet with will have something like this in their back pocket, right? That tells you about who the team is, what have they done in their past lives, where do they come from, and try to use that information to your advantage to make connections with people that you might have worked with and also they might have worked with. I met with one professor today, someone working as a researcher and academic, and we instantly found somebody that we both know, someone from our portfolio company and somebody that has been an old colleague. This is how I'm going to remember, oh, it was Malcolm that I met, and he knows Matthias from my portfolio company, Mathematics. These are the networks, these are the relationships that you build, and this is the knowledge that can help you build those relationships. In order to unlock those benefits, there is some work that you will have to do too. Part of it is really about knowing your investor. I have worked with CVCs, as Juliet mentioned, and I'm now working in an independent financial venture capital fund. Knowing your investor is the best thing and the most important thing that you can do. On one side, there are strategics. These are brand names that will bring you more customers. These are potentially your future customers and maybe your acquirers. But these are the guys that will provide you patient capital over long term. And these are the guys whose logos will bring you more business. And if your strategy is aligned with their strategy, you are all set to go. But as we all know, and if you don't know, you should know about corporate, is that their strategy changes very often. Which means very quickly, if suddenly you are not part of their strategic focus, it might mean that they might not be able to dedicate the capital and the time that they promised you initially. And that's why you need to have a strong balance on your board with a financial VC that brings you capital, yes, but capital that helps you grow, and along with that capital also brings you up-to-date information on the market and is there to fight on your behalf with anybody and everybody on the board and outside to take your side to help you grow. And make sure when you go out next time and when you meet a VC maybe here or in another networking event, ask them if they're a strategic VC or are they a financial VC. And that can be a good conversation starter, and ask them what kind of returns do they expect from their investment. And promise them those returns. Under-promise, over-deliver is the best mantra, of course, but there's no harm in telling them how much money you can make them, right? That always works. All right, so hopefully I've convinced you in these 5 minutes that a VC can bring you, oops, not cupcakes. They can bring you money, but along with that money, they can bring you some knowledge, some network, and some time, and hopefully someone else's capital in due course as well, along with their own. And yeah, looking forward to catch up with many of you in and around. That's my email address. You can find me on LinkedIn. We are a 210 million euro fund. I promised Juliet no more promotions, so I'll stop there and I'll see you guys in the networking. Thank you.